Yeah, the week of gaming has commenced, where I'm home alone for the next 5 days, or 4 days at least. So we'll try to get a bit of streaming in and get the Megabase just a tiny bit bigger than we have had it so far. So let's just jump in right away and see where we're at and explain a bit about a few things I did in between streams. And hey Beast, welcome again. So since the other day, give me a sec. I did go out and collect just a small amount of resources from different planets, so you didn't have to see me gather up silicon. So in terms of items flowing in, it's actually looking pretty good right now. We are consuming a ton of things that hopefully our system can survive. We are producing pretty much 15,000 iron per minute now, consuming pretty much all of it. The same with silicon, which went and got 10,000, almost 11,000 per minute. So we are having quite a bit of items flowing through. So that is pretty good, just having it getting better and better. So before I get too far into Dyson Sphere, let's just start our Stream Raiders battle so we can continue down the line and get more loot for you guys. Let's quickly jump over. If I can get it. Ah, it works perfect. So last time we completed one more map, so we're on map 3 now. And I want to go through this way, maybe get a gold chest, maybe go and get the skin chest up here. And make a beeline for the boss fight. So that'll be pretty cool. So let's start here and then get over. All of you new to stream, hello Fran. You will be able to follow the link and make a Stream Raiders account and go from there. So hopefully a few people will join in. Level 5, somewhat easy enough. Get a bit of defense down. There we go. Friend, or Conrad, welcome back. Glad you enjoyed my earlier content on YouTube. I do enjoy playing different kind of games, so hopefully you'll find this fun as well. Science-wise, if we go back to here, we are slowly building up. We have a nice surplus of most things going through. As I've been teasing for the last few nights, tonight will be the day or the night where we go to our new solar system and set up our current Dyson Sphere. As you can see, we have a ton of resources going into our home world at the moment from different star systems. And where we want to go today is actually over here. This is the brightest star we have in the universe at the current stage. 2.47. I haven't found one that's brighter than that. So I want to set our first Dyson Sphere up there. Meaning that we have to bring a few items for it actually to work. In terms of how I want to build it, I will pretty much send power, solar sails and small carrier rockets there. Solar sails, we have a ton being produced in bulk here. And if we go a bit further down on our factory world, right here, we have the small carrier rockets being produced at already 5,000, with the rest slowly building up. Was there a few bottlenecks here and there? This is mostly because of the frame material. So we'll go and sort that very, very soon. But I want to get done with or started on our first Dyson Sphere, just because research-wise we are at the point where we have to get the white science to do it. And we can't do that without a Dyson Sphere. So let's quickly go to our home world, pick up a few things that we need, and then let's see if we can't set up something cool in the new galaxy. Mining world, no. I want to go to our home world. Yeah. A very cool beast. Just watch out when you expand out your production a lot at once. that you don't completely drain some other part of your base. But yeah, very nice. Let's see, you only actually need 2 things. Let's see if I can find it here. This, for those of you that don't know, is our current mall. It produces every single building item we can make or need to expand the base, and we can request this anywhere in the universe. All of these have what's it called, space warpers and logistics vessels, so they will send things anywhere in the universe, which is very, very handy. Let's see, what I'm looking for is some ray receivers even. We need to gather all the delicious what's it called, energy from the sun. I want to grab, let's see where they're at, some 100 might be, let's just bring 100. What's the worst I can have? Ooh, the second 10, that is actually a lot done. And let's bring this. Rather overdo it than underdo it. Of course, we can always request more, but it's nice having this. And then we need the railguns as the last thing. Let's see, where did I place those? And let's see, railgun. There's some power things, I don't need that. I have enough for nuclear. Yes. So, am I blind? Yeah, I think I can do that, beast. If am I completely blind? Or did I never set it up? Quite sure I did. Okay, easy way to test if it's actually here. Please bring in some. Where's that? There we are. Please bring in some of you. Okay, so there's some here somewhere. Ah, over there. Ah, right there. Yeah, Puck, it's pretty much that. It's Factorio on a globe inside of a solar system, inside of a galaxy. So this is pretty much the scale we're working at. So this was our home world we started on, and from there it just expanded out and got bigger and bigger. Let's see, let's get... That is a lot. Go to stack a bit higher. Thank you for the follow, man. Oh, arm in the pug. And I can take you out. Yes, that should be enough at least to get us started on the new planet. But I'll show the scale in a minute, Puck, how to do it. And then we can talk a bit while I travel to the new area I want to get to. So let's quickly go. Let's pretty much just go there. I think it's about time. I can't really push it off anymore. So we have about 25 light years then. What's called 25 light years. You get there? Yeah, it can be hard getting into it. I do remember what's it called, starting it myself, and one of the good things about recording, well, for YouTube and such, is that it gives you a reason to continue when you get overwhelmed. Pretty much the character is a mech. I think it's just a mech, not a person, and this is pretty much a character. So we're going here now. And luckily we have researched warp, so it should be somewhat easy to do. Then we'll see when we get here. Might have to recharge the power on the way. But yeah, pretty much right now we are warping, if you see here on the solar system map, from our current home world, where all of materials are going in from other galaxies. And then Then moving over here, where we shall build our first Dyson sphere to generate a ton of power. So we'll probably have to recharge halfway there, because we don't have enough core energy to make it all the way there. That should only take a few minutes. But the Dyson sphere is a very, very beautiful game, if you could say it like that. So I do recommend you try it. It's in the same category as Factorio, Dyson sphere Program, and Satisfactory. I normally compare those three to each other, each with their strengths and weaknesses. And I do like the scale of this and just the visuals of it. It is very, very beautiful. I can't speed up the warp. I can speed, at least not like this, but I can speed up normal sail speed like this. Right now we're drifting space. As you can see, all these streaks right here are logistic ships traveling from different solar systems, different planets, bringing resources back and crafting whatever we need. Yeah, what I pretty much did is I have my home world, pretty much the place where I started. I used that for building all the building materials for building other planets, so the hubs, the assemblers, mining facilities and such. Then I have a factory world where I have my bulk production. All the smelting, all the, if you look in here, all of the basic materials smelting for that. Then we have all these basic building products here, all being made in bulk because I need millions upon millions of these. And then I have my mining worlds, which is pretty much where all of these are coming from. Mining resources anywhere in the universe and bring it back to the factory world, the home world, and pretty much those two for now. The next thing we're going to set up at the moment is our power, or pretty much the main power production, not the main, but the end game power production of Dyson sphere program, which is the Dyson sphere. So we're going to this 2.4, almost 2.5 loom. Loom is pretty much the amount of light something puts out, and hooking it up. And from there we can start to produce antimatter and such that goes into the current research tree, which is all of this. Very, very nice. Get you research just to get it out the way. Research a bit more of the Dyson sphere. Well, no, that is, I think that's a new thing. I have. In my last playthrough I did make the sphere, but I want to make one that's even bigger this time, because back then we didn't have blueprints. I had to do it all by hand, and now we have blueprints. That means we can expand out much quicker and make it even bigger. Let's hope we have enough power to get there. And that is what I'm trying to do. Since the first playthrough, they also implemented the Milky Way galaxy, which is pretty much a leaderboard between players to see who can build the biggest factory or biggest power generating factory. So I'm gonna go for some of that. Oh, there's a lot of planets here. Very good. Let's quickly go out and see what we can find. This is pretty much the star we're gonna build the Dyson sphere around. Pretty darn bright, if I say so myself. Holy moly. What do we have here in terms of things? Iron ore, not really looking for that. Oh, is there is there a gas giant here? There is. Brick acid lake. Rotation. Here we have Mason, that's fine. What about you? That might be good. So what if we take... Should we take the one furthest away as a planet? that is gonna supply it, or should we take an inside one? Could take... Let's take the middle one. Let's try here and start to build what we need. That. Oh wait, how much building area did that have? That had... Oh, let's not take that one. That's a water planet, and I don't want to place down that much landfill. That'll take a while. You are 100% production, no ocean. That is actually perfect. Let's take this one instead. That has no water. That'll make it easier for us. This will be the planet where we will place down all the things. I agree, Beast. Just for powering the base, it's not gonna use that much, but it's more for if you see here. I'll scroll out. So you can make the biggest if you go out here in the Milky Way view. That is kind of what I want to compete against and see how big I can make it. If you can see here, this is pretty much the Milky Way galaxy. We are somewhere here in the middle. And the biggest ones are producing 30 terawatts of power. 7, 30. And it could be fun to see how big we can actually make it. Right now we are making pretty much 0. But that we will change very, very soon. And becoming the biggest in our solar system. Yeah, I do like incremental or idle games. I actually play that quite a bit. Let's see here. Firstly, let's see which way you're rotating. It takes a very, very long time to rotate. Might be decent enough. But it does mean half the time it's pretty much just stuck not doing anything. At least 88 gigawatts. Okay, firstly, let's go up here. There is NGU ideal if you want something like that. That's pretty old and there's a lot of things to do in. There's also Milva. Milva, I think it's called, ideal. Among things. Oh, there it is. Let's see here. Firstly, this one. I want to take the power plants. You're going to supply all the power we need. Go in right there. I think that'll be fine. And this will very, very soon start to request all the things we need. It should request right away. Look at that. Everything's been automated, so we get power and things flown in. With a social aspect, then the closest is to what we're playing at the moment. It's not really idle, but at one point it's just doing things. But a social aspect, that's not normally the part of an idle game. Not sure I have one just yet. Unfortunately not. There's no multiplayer yet. It could be cool with multiplayer at some points. MMO, it'll never be an MMO. At most it'll be like Satisfactory / Factorio. In terms, I would love this being multiplayer. That could be so cool. Let's see, where should we place the things we need? Let's see how much. This is pretty much the interface for the Dyson sphere. Let's just make it at the current size. I think that'll be cool. Let's see, Dyson shell. There we are. We have these longitudes so far. That is what we can build. And I'll probably just go for a standard one. I know there's a mod that can make them more detailed. But for now, I think this will be good. And we take... Oh, wait. Is that correct? It is. Let's stop the rotation. What I kind of wish they would implement is a way to do this a bit easier. I'll just make one ring for now, and then we will get the ships to fill it in. There we are, planning it out. Right now what I'm doing is I am designing how the sphere should look. Right now these lines are just a way to follow it. You could do this instead. But what I'm placing down right now is the frame material. So this is where all the solar sails will connect to when we start to add that. For example, if I just do one of these, like that, then in this one, we can say inside this grid, you want to fill you with solar panels, and use that. That means there's two things we have to send out. We have to send out small carrier rockets that's going to build the frame material. You can see here there's 350 structure points, so we need 350. Yes, we need 350. Ships being launched to build this part. That is for each part here. And then in this one here in the middle, you also require almost 8,000 solar sails to fill this up. And that will then constantly generate power for us.
You have finished the Dyson shell planning. Once nodes and frames are done construction, the Dyson shell will put solar sails to use automatically. Each solar sails provide one cell point, and you can click the shell to view the total number of cell points required.
As you just explained, our little tutorial guide, this is pretty much the way it's going to go. So what we need to design now is a way to launch them. I'll probably go to the equator and set up something there. So let's say we start we can start right here. From here, I know I have 3 spots on each side, the grids, because then I can place the next one over because of the size. And in this one, I want you to launch a ton of rockets. So we'll need these. They are beautiful, and we'll do a lot of things. I can see we probably can't fit them in, but that is fine. Let's try this. How big can we make them? Just do, what if we do one-sided? I don't think we can go through them. I just want to test. This is pretty much a rocket silo.
You have built a vertical launching silo. Now you can use it to construct the main structure of the Dyson sphere. But before that, you need to enter the Dyson sphere panel to finish planning the Dyson sphere nodes and frames. After the plan is completed, the vertical launching silo will automatically launch small carrier rockets loaded with Dyson sphere components to build the nodes and frames. Each rocket provides one structure point, and you can use the vertical launching silo panel to master the required structure points.
Up here and set in some of the things here. There we are. I'm adding logistic drones to this one so you can deliver what's it called space wobbles on this planet. That is kind of what I wanted to. And let's just get all of this powered. Pretty much one will just get it all started. That's going to generate a ton of power for us. Way more than we need, but we might as well get it up and running. Let's drag you down this way. Get some power to our little thing. Right now I'm generating, just with this little setup I did here, that will generate 1 gigawatt of power. That is pretty much what I have set it to. That is pretty decent just to start out a planet. It's way more than I need as it stands, but yeah, might as well have it going. You can just quickly fill up. So the next thing we need to do now is place down quite a few of these, because we do want to build a Dyson sphere. And I don't think we can go through this one, if I remember correctly. How close can we place you? That work? Let's try with that. Does. Then I'll have a little splitter here for dropping in the items. I'll be where we need it later. Here to... We can't go... Oh, what? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm an idiot. This is grabbed by... what's it called? Go closer. We can go here. This is grabbed by inserters. So let's take you from here to there. Good. You'll go down this way. Let's take you here with the inserters and see if we can actually just copy paste it. Bit of power. Wait, can't be there. It has to be down here. There we are. Look at that beautiful glow. I do enjoy how they're looking. They look brilliant the way the graphics are. Look at that. This is so bright. It looks so beautiful. So now we can start to request in the rockets. I'll probably request in 1,000 at a time to not completely store too many as it stands right here. So demand this. That should start delivering them. Perfect. The base is working. That is always a good sign. And we have... Oh, why? Oh, wait. This... Hey, Buddha. Welcome to us setting up our beautiful little thing. Please supply that instead. There we go. So now we have small carrier rockets being delivered. If you look in the map view, go out a bit. The ship's going right here. That one is probably more space warpers. That one is probably the small carrier rockets. The things are starting to get blown in. That's going to be used here to launch all of these towards the Dyson sphere. So now we just need to expand this down quite heavily. Not quite sure how many we want, but I know that we'll need a lot. Let's just do this for now. It would be cool having one all the way around the planet launching rockets. I think, oh, that might actually look good. Just give me a sec. I don't want you to start too soon. I want to get done building this first and see how big we can actually make it. To be honest, can we get one all the way around the planet? Is that too many? You know what? You can never build too many. Do I need to bring... Yes, I do. Please request in some landfill. Just 1,000.